This video was created by VinylicPuma of VinylicPumaGaming.
What's going on, guys? I'm back in Fallout 4, and I'm still on my quest to find the perfect weapon or weapons in Fallout 4. Today we'll be focusing on the best melee weapons in the game. In my opinion, these are the only melee weapons you'll ever need, and I'm ranking these based on a combination of damage per hit, or shot, whatever you want to call it, attack speed, and whether it is a bladed weapon or a blunt weapon. So, without further ado, these will be the top 5 best non-unique melee weapons in Fallout 4. Number 5. The Ripper. The Ripper is the only melee weapon that has a very fast attack speed until some new DLC weapons come out. It is classified as a bladed weapon and clocks in at 9 damage per hit / shot when fully upgraded with the extended modification. Now, while the damage per hit / shot is lower than the flare gun, which is the worst pistol in the game, the Ripper has the potential to hit multiple times a second. It's also worth mentioning that with the extended modification, enemies will also acquire a slight amount of bleed damage as well, further adding to the total damage per second. This weapon is somewhat uncommon throughout the game. However, it can be acquired from high-level gunner soldiers, and one can be found at the West Everett Estates location. If you can, see if you can get one of these with the wounding legendary effect. You won't regret it. Number 4. The Combat Knife. So for those of you familiar with Pikmin's Blade, you'll know that combat knives are pretty good on both stealth and melee characters, and a combination of the two. It's possible to modify the combat knife for the stealth modification, which improves the combat knife's sneak attack damage, and like the serrated blade modification on most weapons, including the combat knife as well, it increases base damage and allows for bleed damage as well. The combat knife is the best bladed melee weapon with the fast attack speed, and these knives can be found in various places throughout the game. If you want one of the best unique melee weapons in all of Fallout 4, Pikmin's Blade is a combat knife located in Pikmin's Gallery. Let's just say you should probably help a brother out, and we'll keep the spoilers to a minimum. Number 3. The Security Baton. At roughly 40 damage per hit / shot when fully upgraded, the Security Baton is no slouch. To be honest though, I've always hated the Security Batons in all of the Fallout games. However, in Fallout 4, the Security Baton is the strongest blunt melee weapon with a medium attack speed. When fully upgraded, the Security Baton can also deal regular melee as well as energy damage, and has a chance to temporarily stun / stagger a target. The Security Baton, like the combat knife, can be found at a wide variety of in-game locations. You can find the Shock Baton variant early on in the game on various synths found at ArcJet Systems, and you can also find just a regular Security Baton at Fallout 4's starting location, Vault 111. If you've got a melee character, it wouldn't hurt to pick one of these up, but I'd probably go with the next option on this list if you're looking for the best medium attack speed. Number 2. The Chinese Officer Sword. The Chinese Officer Sword is the strongest medium attack speed melee weapon in Fallout 4. When fully upgraded, the Chinese Officer Sword deals roughly 39 bladed melee damage, as well as 15 energy damage for a total of 54 damage per hit. Keep in mind this is the electrified serrated version, so targets also receive bleed damage as well. Those of you familiar with some of the unique weapons in the game know that there are 2 unique variants of the Chinese Officer Sword, and those are the General Chao's Revenge and Zhao's Sword. Unfortunately, only General Chao's Revenge has a special effect which allows you to deal more damage to robots. General Chao's Revenge can be acquired from Trudy at Drumlin Diner, and normal variants can drop from Swanson outside Covenant, found on the Youngst submarine, and occasionally you can find them sold by Arturo Rodriguez in Diamond City. Number 1. the Super Sledge. The Super Sledge is the hardest hitting melee weapon in Fallout 4 in the slow attack speed category, and possibly overall. The fully upgraded Super Sledge with the stun pack deals 56 blunt melee damage and 25 electrical damage, with a chance to stun/stagger your enemies, much like the security baton when fully upgraded. Now keep in mind, 56 plus 25 is roughly 81 damage before any perks. What surprises me about the Super Sledge is that there isn't a unique variant. It's possible that the developers over at Bethesda felt it wasn't necessary because the Super Sledge just hits that hard. You also can't acquire the Super Sledge relatively early on in the game unless you go to Wilson Automatoy's factory or West Everett Estates, both of which are relatively high-level areas. Once you hit level 40 or so, Cleo in Good Neighbor and Arturo in Diamond City can sell you a Super Sledge if you would like to obtain one that way. Anyway guys, that's going to pretty much wrap up this particular video. If you like this video, please be sure to leave a like. Let me know what your favorite melee weapons are. And as always, take care and I'll see y'all next time.